Over the last few years, influencer boxing has grown. And they've grown a lot. And recently, we just had Misfits 17. And I think what of a shit show of event it was to boxing. It is an entertainment event. It is not a boxing event. It is more equivalent to WWE. First thing, I want to talk about the event. The refs. The refs were a fucking joke. I mean, I watched it because there were no other boxing on. They were obviously boxing in America, which I'm going to do a video on because that was better. The refs gave terrible decisions. They stopped fights way too early because as soon as someone literally got hit, they called the fight off. But the reason the refs were bad is because the fighters were even fucking worse. I mean, all these shitty... The YouTubers, the fucking TikTokers, they're Instagrammers, they're not boxers. They are equivalent to someone who's just started boxing. You look, if you go into any gym in the country, it's someone who's just started, they're in the first sparring, they're doing things wrong. They're covering up wrong, they're looking away from punches. They're just amateur. Not even amateur, novice. And the event, honestly, the event was it was okay, but the fights were shocking. And it's not for a boxing purist, it's not for any boxing fan that actually likes it for boxing. It's for the YouTube kids to go watch, and it's for the people that don't really like boxing but want to watch, you know, their favourite YouTubers, TikTokers fight. And fair play, have that, but I do not want to see it nowhere near the conversation of actual boxing because it's nothing. It's nothing to do with boxing. They've got these belts, which mean fuck all. I mean, there's a world champion, Misfits world champion. Misfits world champion of fucking nothing, mate. I mean, you got Anthony Taylor, who is like the star of Misfits. He had a few pro fights, but he got battered by Tommy Fury, and we know Tommy Fury's not any fucking good. Then the Misfits is the biggest in the influencer boxing. Then you've got Jake Paul. He's another fucking story. He is a fucking cunt. He thinks he's sick. All he does is fight all the MMA fighters, and he is no good. He is no better than any of the others. This Misfits, it's carried by KSI. Without KSI, it's a bit shit. Obviously, it was on pay-per-view, and that is what I couldn't believe it. Pay-per-view. For what? Watching Leicester's all right back against a Twitch streamer. I'm sorry, what? Danny Simpson, I mean, decent footballer in his day, obviously won that season with Leicester, won the Premier League title, fighting a Twitch streamer, and it was literally like watching a sparring session, shove two kids in that don't really know how to box, see how they do it, it's a bit of fun. And that's how it looked, because that's how it is. They've just started boxing, they've only been boxing a few weeks. Even seen Mams Taylor, who is like one of the main organisers of Misfits, come in and say the refs were shit. Because the British Boxing Board of Control will not sanction this whatsoever. Because they shouldn't. It's not professional boxing. It's basically white collar boxing. It's glorified white collar boxing with celebrities. And that's all it is. So Mams Taylor came in and said the refs are terrible. Because I'd never even heard this. It's the World Organisation of fucking Fighting or something like that. Fuck knows. Couldn't even tell you what it is because it's the most unknown thing. They used to have the ISKA, which is not well known either, and it's not very respectable. Yeah, I do not like this influencer boxing at all, and it is a fucking joke. It is, and if you say it isn't, and you say it's good for boxing, well, it's not, mate. It's just not. I mean, I guess you could say it gets kids into the sport. Probably doesn't, to be fair though. Don't do much really. You really want to get boxing. You really want to get kids into boxing. Show them these massive fights. Joshua Dubois, then they go, oh my god, I want to be a world champion. You don't want to be watching this and going to be going, I want to be a Misfits champion. You don't want to watch boxing and go, I want to be a Misfits champion. No, you go, I want to win the WBC belt. I want to win the WBO belt. I want to be, well, give all the belts. That's what you should want to achieve as a kid that wants to go into boxing. Achieve that. You don't want to be looking at these Misfits fighters and thinking, yeah, I want to be like them one day. Because the shit. And honestly, the quality of all the fights was honestly terrible. I didn't see really anyone good. That Dean the Great, he ain't too bad. But then he started calling out Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, and I thought, oh mate, shut the fuck up. Because he fought some Irish MMA, fucking Conor McGregor's photographer guy. He's probably one of the best boxers per se, but he ain't a boxer because he's shit. Anthony Taylor, as I said, he's basically the equivalent to a journeyman. He lost to journeyman in his pro career, actually. The main event, a bit shit. I don't really like this influencer boxing. Is it a bit of a disgrace to pro boxing? Yes. Put down in the comments what you thought of it. I think the card was shit. and they put it on pay-per-view, which is a bit of a joke, because, I mean, pay-per-view. And it only sold, really, because KSI was performing, because it's all revolved around KSI. Because half of them, I don't even know. They're not even big celebrities. So put down in the comments what you think of this influencer shit fighting. I don't like it. I think it should get away from boxing. It's just my opinion, I don't really like it. Guess it might get a few kids into the sport, but not really. Thanks for watching, boys. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.